Let's talk about Nick Bosa. So how are the 49ers going to improve this offensive line? Yeah, they could take the best guy at 12, Rashawn Slater. Yeah, he might be good. He might be good enough. But again, Michael Lynch was the 9th pick. It's really hard to get these offensive linemen. Taking a guy in the teens doesn't guarantee you anything the way it did maybe 15 years ago. I'm improving this offensive line. I'm looking for the best guy in this draft, Penei Sewell. To me, he looks like Trent Williams, maybe better. Jonathan Ogden, Orlando Pace, that kind of guy. He's going to go 4th or 5th in this draft. That's the guy I want. So how do you get him? By trading Bosa. And Bosa plays defensive end. Sewell plays offensive tackle. They're pretty much just as important, those two positions. But the reason I'm trading Bosa, again, it's not just to get Sewell. It's to get Sewell plus 2 more players. I'm going to turn Bosa into 2 top 5 picks and a 3rd. All right? That's what I'm going to do. And why am I selling Bosa? I think a lot of people look, well, you're selling low. He just got hurt. He comes back next year, plays 16 games. You could trade him next year for even more or keep him. I mean, if he comes back and never has an injury issue again, why'd you trade him? Yeah, that's true. That could happen. Or, you know what else could happen? He gets hurt again, misses time, plays half a season, or comes back, plays the whole season, but isn't as good as he used to be. Now he has 2 torn ACLs, and the latest one was more than a torn ACL. There's other ligaments and things in his knee that got affected as well. That's always what you don't want to hear. If it's a clean ACL tear, it's better odds of a full recovery than if it's ACL plus. He had ACL plus. And it's not just an isolated incident. He missed his sophomore year in the NFL. He had an ankle injury his rookie year, played through it. Tough guy, was injured. Missed most of training camp and all of preseason. Junior year at college, missed all but a couple of games, 3-4 games, with a bizarre core muscle injury that needed surgery. That's like the kind of injury that 33-year-old weightlifters get. He got that at 20. All right, so that was the second season-ending injury. And then in high school, tore the other ACL, missed the whole year. That's 3 season-ending injuries since he was 18. Is he even 23 yet? So it seems to me that he's an accident waiting to happen. Until proven otherwise, he doesn't have durability. And what I've always been led to believe is that availability is the best ability in the NFL, which means that durability is a trait like speed, explosion, strength, football IQ. Durability is a trait. Some people have it, some people don't. The ability to play football at the highest level without consistently getting injured, I don't think Nick Bosa has it. I'm betting against him. We don't have enough information. I'm betting against him. And so here's what I look at. It's like he's a McLaren. The Niners went to the car dealership. They got the best car they could get, a McLaren. And they drove it home, and then the engine busted after 5,000 miles. Just totally fell apart. And so the Niners rebuilt the engine from scratch and brought the McLaren back to the dealership. And now what you're trying to do is sell the car back. Can I get all my money back? And you know you can't. Cars lose money when you take them off the lot. Plus, you rebuilt this engine. But the guy who owns a car dealership is Robert Saleh, who drafted Nick Bosa. And you're like, hey, man, this McLaren's great. It's just, it doesn't fit in my garage. We need this other thing. It's just not for me right now, but it's perfect for you. Can I sell this back to you and get all my money back? That's what you're trying to do. Trade Nick Bosa back to the Jets for the number 2 pick. Get that number 2 pick back that you got for Nick Bosa, that you used on Nick Bosa. You know, he almost helped you get a Super Bowl. As a rookie, he didn't. You lost. And then he got hurt the next year. And now what you're facing is if you bring him back and don't trade him now and he gets hurt again next year, you're not going to get the number 2 pick you're going to get a 2nd round pick for him or a 3rd round pick if it's clear that he can't stay healthy. So you have an opportunity to sell back a lemon busted McLaren and get the sticker price back, get a full refund. I'm taking that. I'm betting against Bosa. I'm betting against his durability. I'm taking the full refund, and then I'm using that to get 3 cars, not just 1. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. You trade Bosa for the number 2 pick, Robert Saleh. I think they would go for that. I don't understand why the Jets would draft a guy like Justin Fields or Zach Wilson, who may not even be better than Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold needs an offensive line and some playmakers and a good system. Give him a chance. Give him a freaking chance. They should be looking for a guy like Nick Bosa. And if they don't want him, the Dolphins at number 3 should be interested as well. He's from Miami. He would love to play for the Dolphins. His dad played for the Dolphins. So that's 2 teams. So let's say you give, hold on, I'll get to you, Rod Simmons, just a second. Let's say you trade Nick Bosa to the Jets for the number 2 pick. That's fair. Remember, the Niners got the number 7 pick. Excuse me, the number 13 pick for DeForest Buckner, who was the 7th pick. So you're getting a full refund on Nick Bosa, a full refund. You get that number 2 pick, you trade down to 4. 2 spots. That's it. Because usually the quarterbacks go first. It'll be Trevor Lawrence 1. The Niners shouldn't take a quarterback at number 2 because of all the things we said. They need an offensive line, not a quarterback. The Dolphins may take a quarterback at number 3 because Tua isn't working out. And then at number 4, you got the Falcons, who probably need a quarterback because Matt Ryan's getting older and it's very expensive. So trade down to number 4. Let the Falcons leapfrog the Dolphins to get whoever they want. Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, whoever the Falcons want. Trade down to number 4. You pick up 800 points in draft value. What does that mean? You pick up, hold on. Let me get it exactly. Trading down from 2 to 4 would get the Niners, hold on. Atlanta's 2nd round pick and their 3rd round pick. So from trading from 2 to 4, you get Atlanta's 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Instead of having the number 2 pick, now you have number 4, 35, and 68. Okay? So now you've just turned Nick Bosa into 3 picks. With the 4th pick, well, I'm not going to talk about that yet. Hold on. Okay, yeah. With the 4th pick, you take your offensive tackle, Penei Sewell. Boom. Now, the Niners have the 12th pick. They could chill there, or they could trade up back into the top 5 with Cincinnati, who probably wants Penei Sewell. They don't have a left tackle who can protect Joe Burrow, but the Niners just aced them out for it. So maybe they want to trade down. The Niners can give the 12th pick and that 35 they got from Atlanta, that 2nd round pick, to move up 7 spots with Cincinnati. Now the Niners have the 4th pick in the draft, the 5th pick in the draft, and a 3rd round pick. With that 5th pick, the Niners can do whatever you want to do. You could take a defensive end to replace Nick Bosa. You could take a cornerback to replace Richard Sherman. Or if there's an offensive player that you feel might just be the next Jerry Rice or a Hall of Fame talent, you could take him too. That Devontae Smith from Alabama is a hell of a player. He's got a very Jerry Rice-esque resume in terms of what he accomplished, touchdowns he put up, yards he put up, did it in the most difficult conference. Imagine turning Nick Bosa into the best left tackle in the draft, the best wide receiver in the draft, and a 3rd round pick. How about that? 2 top 5 picks in the 3rd, number 68. That could be a defensive end. I like that. I think that's the most value you're ever going to get from Nick Bosa. 3 players for the price of 1 guy who's probably going to miss 50% of his games from here on out. That's the best way to cash in on a busted McLaren, to keep my metaphor going. That's why you trade Nick Bosa now. Could he come back and build up his value with another healthy season? Sure. Are you betting on him to do that? I'm not. I want that number 2 pick now. Robert Saleh's in the position to take him now. Call him now. Get Sewell. Get Devontae Smith. And just think about that offense. Trent Williams at left tackle, Sewell at right tackle, or vice versa. 3 wide receiver sets. You got Devontae Smith, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, with Raheem Mostert in the backfield. What quarterback couldn't succeed behind that offensive line? You put together that team, you don't have to pay for quarterbacks. Kyle Shanahan could play quarterback behind that with that squad. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what Nick Bosa can get you. And it's like, okay, well, what about the defense at that point? Well, you can bring back Jason Verrett and and Kerry Hyder and have the same defense as last year that finished top 5. That's pretty good. It's time for the offense to be the star of this team. Robert Saleh's gone. DeMeco Ryans is learning. Kyle Shanahan is the superstar of this team. Build up the offense and win with it. Stop playing complimentary football with your offense. Just score 35 points a game. Bring in the best supporting cast possible and set up Josh Rosen, Jimmy Garoppolo, whoever you want, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Set him up for success. Okay?